Now I gotta get home and start working on the literature assignment. And I didn't do the dishes last night after dinner. Plus, I gotta vacuum the house too. And I have the records to write. Nope, I'm out. While the weather is quite dynamic today, I hope to catch a gorgeous sunset to serve as a great break from all this. Time. I have no time at all for myself anymore. Lately, I've been feeling way too busy. Days pass by in a haze, like these trees by the road, while I'm not even sitting in the driver's seat. I come to college just to get attendance, then I go home to complete assignments. College life feels devoid of all art, relieved only by the occasional creative assignments. The boy from the hill feels ever so lost, struggling to keep up with the pace of the city. Have these people ever known the pleasure of climbing up random hills not connected by paved roads? In a city so busy, does one ever even get an opportunity to stop and watch the leaves fall? But in all honesty, it's unfair to blame the college or the teachers. The teachers have been very empathetic and understanding, but then again, we have to make the short film and submit it by Wednesday apparently. And what am I even doing besides breaking the fourth wall? I have been struggling with regularity in reading lately. Well, I used to finish books in 3 to 4 days once, and now find myself too busy to read at all. Luckily, I brought the most cafe appropriate book along. Cafes really are that place where time ticks only when you sip your coffee. The book suits my current thoughts perfectly too, as it is based on time travel in a cafe. Another one of my gripes is this career thing. I, like most young adults, feel lost often with this. I'm not the most ambitious, but we all have material needs still, and we all need a job to fulfill them. A roof over my head, with a nice kitchen and windows, hopefully even an espresso machine. Yeah, nah. But it would be nice to have a little cat someday at least, or maybe a family. I'm at the age where none of this actually matters, yet I worry as if it's important at all. Verily, it is future's tendency to instigate wonder, for time never fails to surprise. And while filming myself hold a book is as pretentious as it gets, it really isn't the worst I've done. I remember when I read the word simultaneously for the first time when I was in second grade, my only goal in life was to use it as much as I could just to look cool. Now, I would say I visited most major cities of the country, except a few, of course. But somehow, nowhere have I seen people smoke as much as Bangaloreans. It's very fascinating. The chain smokers couldn't care less about it, but I think novice smokers are attracted to it because of Bangalore's weather. I suppose it's comforting to have the bonfire in your own lungs when it looks cold outside. And it looks pretty too. Either way, who am I to judge? Sitting here with an empty cup of coffee, intoxicated by bakery oven fumes and espresso machine sounds. Someone I met back in first year told me that Bangalore people switch up just like Bangalore weather. And after having spent 2 years in the city, I have observed it to be quite true. But with a caveat, of course. Dynamic and unpredictable as the weather always is, it's always pretty and always pleasant in a way, even after switching up. Same goes for Bangaloreans for the most part. The city is home to some beautiful people that I have once had the opportunity to call my own, to observe closely and admire, and socializing is all I did for the first 2 years. All beings influence each other, and in retrospect, most people here are always pleasant like the weather. The others force you to talk in Kannada or leave the city, of course, but that's a different story. The city also has this beautiful contrast of nature and man, though working counter to each other yet somehow complementing each other. The idea of the country is just green enough for you to hear birds chirping, even at construction sites. Now, it's obviously very different from living in a hilly town, but to get a break from the day to day, walking in random streets shaded by foliage gives one just enough space for introspection, and took a teacher to point this out for me. Even without that isolation, you get to look inward as the world around you becomes a mirror, the crowd a reflection of yourself. The noise around you becomes your very voice. All the haphazard movement around you that may seem frightful turns peaceful as your stillness drowns out the chaos. Sometimes you just need to stop when keeping up with life's speed becomes too difficult. Oh, look, a cat! Sorry for breaking the seriousness in my tone. Bro, why are you running, bro? Come back. What if my kids treat me like this when I become an old father? Aging seems quite scary to me sometimes. But be it boon or be it bane, growing old is inevitable, for time never slows down, but our mortal selves most certainly do. I just hope that when the sun does eventually set on my life, it's a warm sunset, just pretty enough to make the day worth the struggle that we call life. Yeah, not today, I guess. But you know what else is as annoying as this weather though? Kids. Oh, look, a couple. Time to go make it awkward for them. Yeah, so that worked out pretty well. And the sun is back too now. The comforting warmth of the sun that I feel right now is all thanks to this unpredictable weather. And were the clouds not there, the sun would have only felt hot and punishing rather than warm and comforting. So such is life, huh? I came here today expecting a sunset unlike any other, glorified by hues unforgettable, only to be disappointed by a lackluster planetary ritual that made my day neither better nor worse. But that's life, you know. Your sunsets need not be pink and purple, adorned by cotton candy clouds, with crystal waters reflecting the masterpiece back at its creator. For as long as the sun sets and the night falls, only for it to rise again and move on, you'll know that you're alive in time. No sunset is ever not pretty enough, for each one is a realization, a reminder of time passing by, meaning that your time hasn't stopped just yet. I guess that alone makes all sunsets gorgeous, in the passage of time immortal.